Very happy to be here. I have to correct you though. I'm the executive director. My board president would be upset if he saw me trying to usurp his authority. Well, the first thing we had to do, it's kind of like a 12-step program. The first thing we had to do is recognize that we had an issue, that we had a problem that we wanted to address. And less than 1% of our membership is African American, less than 2% of our membership is Hispanic, and that doesn't correlate in any significant way with what's going on with the population of our country and the demographics and the way they're changing. So number one, we recognized that we had a problem that we wanted to address. Number two, we hired a diversity specialist. We said, if we're going to do something about it, let's hire someone at a senior level whose job it is to get up every day and challenge us, push us, try to help us find a way to make a difference, to make an impact. And I think having a senior level person on our staff to do that was our first kind of significant commitment. We put our money where our mouth was.
What have been some of the ideas or initiatives brought upon by yourself and the diversity specialist?
Well, a couple of things right now. We're putting together a campaign through our USA Swimming Foundation to raise $50 million, the purpose of which is to help promote water safety, which reduces drowning, and drowning is a real problem, particularly in the African American community, and also to promote lifetime fitness. And the benefits of that are it fights the obesity situation in this country. So that foundation is going to be the catalyst for many of the things that we do. This summer we're launching a pilot program in Atlanta, Georgia. 10 weeks of summer swim lessons for kids in the inner city. And that is, it used to be we'd go into a town and we'd do a clinic and the circus would leave that day and we'd feel good, but there was nothing that we left behind. There was no legacy. This is all about getting facilities and providing consistent programming over a period of time to try to make a difference. Absolutely. This is a long march. We aren't looking for results in 60 days or in 2 years. We're in this for the long haul, and we realize that it's going to be incremental progress over time. But over time, I think we can make a real difference by introducing the sport of swimming to a broader audience of young people in particular. And eventually some of those might even start to find their way onto swim teams and find their way into wearing a USA uniform in international competition. I'll say two things about Cullen. First of all, he's an extraordinary young man. He's personable, he's intelligent, and he's an awesome swimmer. But we don't want to put all of our eggs onto Cullen's back. What we're really trying to do with our diversity program is make an impact at the participation level, at the grassroots level. And if Cullen has a breakout performance at the Olympic Games, and if he becomes an iconic figure for our diversity effort, all the better. But we don't want to saddle Cullen with that responsibility. So we're really looking at this from a grassroots participation level. Absolutely. And Cullen is very excited about what we're doing, and he's offered to help in any way. And one of the kind of interesting problems we have with Cullen is there's so much demand on his time, and there's so many opportunities for distractions. And what we really want Cullen to do is focus on his training and his preparation for the Olympic Games. That's the best service that he can do for the sport right now, is to have a medal-winning performance in Beijing. Well, I'd like to see our membership numbers more accurately reflect the demographics of this country. 12% of this country is African American, 14% is Hispanic. Our numbers are 1% and 2% in those same categories. So we'd like to see those numbers actually move up, get closer to what's happening across the United States.
Let me ask you on a personal note, what makes diversity personal to you?
I just think it's the right thing to do on one level. And on a business and practical level, we don't want our sport to be, we're a secondary sport in this country right now. We're not a ball sport. We're relevant during the Olympic year, but the other 3 years of the Olympic quadrennial, we're kind of below the radar. And we don't want to be a niche sport. We want to be much more of a mainstream sport. So it's important for us to be in the diversity business because that'll help make us more relevant as a sport. Also, swimming is a life skill. So there's a little bit of a difference here because drowning is the second leading cause of accidental death for young people in this country. And African Americans drown at 2.6 times the rate of their white peers. So there's a real humanitarian reason why we're in this as well.
Minority participation?
I mentioned the pilot program that we're doing in Atlanta, and we see that as a model program that we could administer in cities all across the country. But the key to that program is local financial support and local administration of the program. And so what we've done in Atlanta is we've partnered with the Atlanta Falcons Youth Foundation. They've made a grant of $500,000 to the USA Swimming Foundation for the purpose of providing water safety instruction, learn to swim lessons in the city of Atlanta. And our other partner is the Boys and Girls Club of Atlanta, where they have facilities and they have programming staff. So we see our job as bringing those things together and promoting the program to increase participation, but we don't see ourselves as going in and renovating pools, building pools, actually running the classes. We would run out of energy pretty quickly if that's what we were doing. So this is really a partnership between USA Swimming and local communities.
Chuck, what makes...
Well, it works at a couple of levels. First of all, it's just the fitness part of it. Swimming uses virtually every single muscle in your body. Swimmers are among the most fit athletes that there are. So, and swimming is a lifetime sport. It's easy on the joints. It's a sport you can do from the time you're very young until the time you're very old to maintain your fitness. There are also carryover values with the sport. Those who have participated in competitive swimming know that it requires discipline and regimentation, and there are benefits that then carry over into other aspects of your life. Historically, swimmers tend to be good students. They tend to do well in their careers. They tend to be very successful people. So it works on several levels.
Chuck, thank you very much for your time today.
Great, Brian. Thank you.